Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our Monday session of Medicare Gurus. If you are a frequent visitor, thank you for joining us and enjoying our company. If you are new, what we do every day at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time is we are exploring the sales floor here at Medicare Gurus and having agents coming in and out of our dojo, talking about plans that they've been working with, clients, just having good, fresh conversations about Medicare industry and just selling Medicare as a whole. So today what I wanted to start with, I was inspired by Jacob Crotty here, who's attending today's introductory session. He was talking about how people feel about your agent. You don't remember what people say about you or what they did, you remember how they make you feel. And I was really inspired by that, and I was just doing some reading over the weekend, and I found this quote, actually from a book that I was reading. People's emotional lives are different, but emotions themselves are the same. And the premise, it's from Batya Mesquita, who's a Dutch psychologist. She's doing some research on different cultures and how they react to things emotionally in their own culture. And what she has concluded is that even though we have different words in different cultures, the emotions themselves are all the same. Sadness, anger, frustration. And it made me think about our clients. And I was thinking about, when we first start doing the discovery, we talk about discovery a lot. A lot of our agents ask, well, what has your experience been with your current plan? And I don't know about you, but our agents don't really get anything out of that. They really don't have any bite. It's like, well, I had my plan. They really don't care about the plan that they have. Some might say, oh, I like this company, but they really don't know the details of the plan. So I was thinking about talking about this with our agents, like when you ask that question, what do you expect them to say? And then what I thought was, what we really need to ask is to elicit those same emotions, which is, how has your experience been with Medicare since you've been in Medicare? What do you think about that?
I mean, it goes off of the same motion how I ask questions, where if I'm asking you a question, I'm looking for a type of answer. I'm not just going to ask you, well, do you like it? No, there's so much more than, do you like your plan? Do you like your company? And this isn't necessarily like selector questions.
Right.
This is just discovery questions.
Discovery questions.
But you have to create that emotion behind how you ask it. You just can't ask it to ask it.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, that's what their issue is. They ask it to ask it because they have to ask it, not because they want to ask it or they want to know why behind it. So to where if you bring that emotion in, you're not just asking, how's it going? Do you like it? Do you feel comfortable with it when you have to go to the doctor?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any issues that you've had to dealt with that you probably shouldn't have?
Yeah.
Things like that, to where it's not just, do you like it? Like, ask me, do you like ice cream? I like it occasionally. But you want to talk about, hey, after a hot day working in the garage, do you like a bowl of ice cream? Heck yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You see, there's a different emotional way to ask it than just being so simple.
Right. But I think what we're trying to get at is that it's going back to the quote. It's like people have independent emotional reactions to things, but emotions are the same. And it is our job to try and find that emotive component. Like when we look at the history, like we talked about people on disability who we're talking to the most of right now. Like I don't hear any agents asking them, well, what did you do? What did you do when you were...
I think a lot of people are afraid to ask, why are you?
Why is that?
Because they don't want it to seem as a negative thing. That's one of the most important things I bring up when you talk about their life and everything like that. What made you become disabled? Because in everybody's mind, when you think disabled, you think like severely disabled.
Right.
You think I cannot do
mentally disabled.
Yes, mentally disabled.
Right.
Physically, you're confined.
Right.
You go to these extremes when you think of disability. It's so easy just to ask, but people, I don't get why people are afraid. I really don't, because it's one of the most wholesome conversations you can have, too. Because not only do they talk about their life, they talk about their life before they were disabled, which is a big thing to figure out, because at the same time, you figure out what makes them them.
I think that they're afraid, and this is just observing and listening, I think they're afraid because they just don't genuinely know how to do it. I think that they feel that if they ask it, their mindset is on sales so much that they feel that that's going to come off as disingenuous. When great agents are not thinking of the sale, they're thinking of the emotional connection that we're talking about today, and finding that emotional connection. Because once you find that emotional connection, whatever it is, yes, it is individualistic, but we all have the same emotions. So we just have to figure out what is going to connect with this person.
The happiness emotion that when somebody shows interest in
Yep.
which you're interested, we all have that emotion.
Yep, we all do.
We all light up. If you want to talk about different fishing techniques, if you want to talk about fly fishing, tying flies,
Yeah.
Fly fishing Central Texas, I'm immediately going to sit up and I'm going to go into more detail than you asked for.
Right.
Just because that's that excited emotion
Yeah.
that everybody has. It is just, how do you extract it out of them?
Yes. When you look at the agents who they struggle, you could go right into any of their calls and say, you are on a transactional call. You are just, give me what I need to get this fixed right now. You don't have the patience to take the time to talk to this person about how they're feeling, what they do, why are they on disability, what was the reason they got into Medicare. That's more important than anything.
Just because that person is happy in their Advantage plan doesn't mean that they're actually happy, or you being in it would make you happy.
Right.
It's just like relationships. A lot of people, you go on social media and stuff like that, it's pictures every other day where, look what my sweetie did for me, or
Yeah.
oh my God, we just love each other so much. A lot of those people usually have a lot of problems that they don't talk about. And if somebody's, talking about their healthcare plan, that they love it that much, there might be a problem you don't know about.
Yeah.
So, yes, everybody has the same emotions, but they're not the same.
Right.
They're not.
Yeah. We do have different emotional lives, but we do search for the same thing. We all want to be happy, and
Right.
happiness does exist. Hi, Stephen Grip here with Medicare Gurus, doing our recap on the dojo today. The quote, which was, people's emotional lives are different, but all emotions essentially are the same, kind of resonated with me when I read it, and kind of resonated with me when I was talking today about agents and agency and trying to find the why in our clients. A lot of times us agents, we kind of get locked into just talking to people about helping them with just their plan, and sometimes they'll have buy-in and sometimes they won't. But when we get to the why, or when we get to the emotive component of why are you on Medicare, why are you having issues, and why do you want to switch, that essentially is going to create that emotion that we all relate to, which is trust and happiness, and we all want to meet there together, and then therefore when we build that trust, we'll be able to have a client for life.